Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, good afternoon. How is it going? Thank you. First of all, let's praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a chance to be here and alive and well until lunch. Acclaim peace in salvation in for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his for the dignity and glory of Muslim. I would like to introduce myself in front of you. My name is Ella Nulaila. You just call me Ella. I am a student in National Islamic Institute of Religion Arabia Menalti student 2. Today I would like to present about how to give a good presentation. I have 5 important points here. The first point is the definition of presentation. The second point is the essential components. I have 3 important points about the essential components. There are communicator, medians, and audience. The third point is the things we must avoid. I have 4 important points about the things we must avoid. There are nervous, stress out, panic, and negative thinking. The first point is the enhancing your self-confidence. I have 5 important points about the enhancing your self-confidence. There are you have to practice a lot, mastering the materials, increase insight, take care of your appearance, and calm down. The last point is the purpose of presentation. I have 4 important points about the purpose of the presentation. There are giving an information, can amuse, giving motivation, and pursuit and making a belief. Let's get started. I am going to be talking about the definition of presentation. In my opinion, presentation is the way to convey a communication with some information for audience through visual, picture, body language, which help mind purpose to change one's behavior. The next, I want to tell you about the essential components. Communicator. Communicator is the people who given a presentation for audience, and median is the same as a helper to give a good presentation. For instance, whiteboard, speedo, and slide which will show body language and others. And audience is the people who accept for information or an information from communicator. The next, I want to tell you about the things we must avoid. Nervous is behavior can kill us if we are standing in front of audience, and nervous is insecurity, feeling, and nervous makes you comfortable when we convey information and materials are not effectively. So how to avoid nervous? I think before doing a presentation, we can take a deep breath like this. You get a point? Good. And stress out. Since stress out, you must try to avoid stress out when we are standing in front of audience. And Coach Pirman always said for IELTS student that we always to memorize of materials what we will convey for audience, and we got all over materials what we will present, and sometimes we get confused, sometimes we get forget of materials what we convey for audience. I think this way is not good for you. So how to avoid stress out? I think we must understand of materials what we convey for audience, and we can convey of materials naturally for audience. The next, panics if you don't master of materials. I think it can be a goal for audience to kill him in front of audience, and we always got panic, and we always thinking about what did participants said we said, and we always thinking about can I answer their question. And so how to avoid panic we are standing in front of audience, I think we can calm down if we are standing in front of audience, and we can calm down to do presentation well. The next, I want to tell you about the negative thinking. In my opinion, negative thinking is very generous if we have negative thinking, because negative thinking can damage a presentation, and usually negative thinking can influence what we think about something. For instance, negative thinking, we always thinking about negative thinking if we are standing in front of audience. I think I cannot do presentation well. In fact, we cannot presentation well too. And you have to know that our talk can determine our success. So how to avoid a negative thinking? In my opinion, how to avoid negative thinking? We have to know a negative thinking in ourselves, and we have to identify and solve that problem, and we have to select negative thinking in ourselves, or we can choose the one of them about thinking about negative thinking, and in order to focus to do or to solve the problems. And because every problem has a different solution. The next, we can give affirmation for yourself. It means we must avoid, we must against negative thinking in ourselves. Please, you don't ever say everything for yourself. If you will not ever say everything for everyone. And we can be friends with people who have a positive thinking, because friend can influence our talk. The next, I want to tell you about the changing your self-confidence. You have to practice a lot. You have to practice a lot. You have to practice a lot how to give something with good language, and it can help everyone to easy to understand what we said, what we convey for audience. And I think if you always practice a lot, if you always practice well, it can be proficient. It can proficient to be more self-confidence, mastering the materials. In my opinion, self-confidence can easy to arise in ourselves if you have mastered the materials. If you have not got the master the materials, when we are standing in front of audience, I think it will embrace yourself in front of audience. And usually, if you have finished our presentation in front of audience always question of your presentation, and if you can or cannot answer their question, it seems from the mastery of materials what we have, I think. The next, increase insight. To increase insight, we can read a lot of books, and read can increase our insight. And reading book is very important. If you start increase insight, we can do something. We can do something according their field. And please, you don't close yourself to get a lot of information from outside, I think. Take care of your appearance. I think take care of your appearance is very important if you are standing in front of audience. And take care of your appearance. We can adjust with time of my presentation. And calmness or calm down. I think calmness is the great feeling. Calmness is a better feeling, and I think with calmness, if we have a lot of issues or problems, we can have calmness to do something, and we can control ourselves to do something and to solve a lot of problems in ourselves. And I think, and you have to realize that every problems that everything is gonna be okay if you have a calmness in solving every problems in our life. The next, I want to tell you about the purpose of presentation, giving an information. It means communicator have to give a simple information or give the knowledge for audience in order to easy understand what we convey for audience. The next, can amuse. It means I think communicator can amuse for audience and can break ice in the rooms in order to break ice in order to avoid bird feeling in the rooms. The next, giving motivation. I think giving motivation is very important. We have two communicator, and communicator have to give a motivation, pleasure, motivation, direct motivation for audience in order to do a new something in ourselves. And the last is pleasure and making a belief. Okay, I think this is the second video on my channel on YouTube. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.